What's going on, guys? Cliffy here. Today we travel to Goodison Park to take on Everton, and this Villa side, we haven't really been in the form that we hit in the early season. So it has now been 3 games without a win. Sorry, I think 4 games without a win. Maybe 5. God, things are just getting worse and worse. But yeah, lost the cup game last episode to Palace. Then I think we lost to... Who did we lose to? We lost to... I can't remember who we lost to. I think we lost... No, I think we drew with that after to City. No, to Chelsea. God, I'm having an absolute mare trying to remember this today. But yeah, then we lost to City, lost to Tottenham, and I think we beat Swansea somewhere in the middle. But I'm pretty sure at the moment it is 4, possibly 5 without a win. So we really need to come here, I guess, to keep, you know, those top of the table dream alive, shall we say. Really got to go and do that. So I'm playing a lot better today so far, I must say. I have actually nudged the difficulty back down to professional because it is quite annoying. I'm kind of in the middle of professional and world class. Like world class, probably not really for me yet in this FIFA because I am still getting quite used to it. But professional, as we've seen on many occasions, can be a bit too easy sometimes. So really stuck, you know, in the middle ground, which is a little bit annoying. If there was difficulty between those two, that would be incredible. Who was that? The right back. He always seems to get forward. He scored a couple goals for me this season already. And he's basically never in danger of losing his place because he is the only guy that that does play right back in the squad anymore. I just realised it is really quite dark. I don't know. I've got this new blind behind me, and it's hard to do because you have it open, then it's just too bright, and you have it closed, then it's too dark. So, as I said, you can't really win, which is a little bit of a shame. But we've made plenty of changes today. I've changed, I'd probably say, almost half the team. We've got a new centre-back pairing, so Akor's playing, Les Scott's playing today as well, Traore and Abongalor up front, Gill playing on the right, Salier's playing on the left, midfield's the same. And yeah, Abongalor and Traore up front. I'm not sure if I said that already, but man, I just cannot remember anything today. I'm so tired. I don't know why. I got a pretty good night's sleep last night, but I'm just still, I don't know, I'm just not quite with it this morning. Just not quite there. Oh, Les Scott, come on, son. Beautiful. And oh, that's another thing I can talk about actually. For those who I guess watched my stream that I did, I can't even remember when it was now. It was a wee while ago, but did that, and I actually managed. Well, I am managing England now. I don't know why. I've only played 12 games, I think, for Villa, and already the England coach. So they must be having a few problems, I'd say, if they want to employ someone after just 12 games. But played that, and it's quite fun. Like, it's a feature I think they added a couple of years ago, that you could obviously go and manage this international side along with your club side. And it is a quite nice, I guess, just a break from, you know, your club duties and just all that. And I mean, it is a really good chance for me. I mean, if I wanted to, I could basically fill the England side with Villa players. Not that I'm gonna, but, you know, I could, because there are players there that could go and get in there. I should actually really, now that I think about it, just be starting Jack Butland like most games, just so he can get that experience at the international level, and it's going to translate, I guess, into the domestic fixtures for me. That's actually not a bad idea, now that I think about it. That is not a bad idea at all. That's a good ball into Gareth Barry, who doesn't normally get that far forward. I think Gareth Barry, I was reading a stat yesterday, and you wouldn't believe it, because, I mean, he's a good player, don't get me wrong. Gareth Barry is a good player. He's been around a long time, he's experienced, he knows what his strengths and what his weaknesses are. But I think he's like the 3rd or 4th, I think it must be the 4th, maybe. But yeah, 3rd or 4th most capped player in the Premier League. Now, bear in mind, he has played for a few clubs. He has played, I know he's played for Villa, he's a Villa old boy. Not sure who he played for before that, but I think he then went to City, and obviously now has wound himself up at Everton. But yeah, I think 3rd or 4th most capped player to play in the BPL. So that is quite incredible. Like, you wouldn't think it from a guy like Gareth Barry. And I think that's because when it comes to a player like him, I guess he's kind of similar to... I'm just trying to compare maybe in football at the moment, like a young and upcoming player. But there isn't really any that I can think of at the moment. He's kind of the guy that he just goes about his business quietly, and quite often you won't even realise... I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but quite often, you know, he won't go and do anything spectacular, and his name won't get mentioned that much because he's just doing his job well. I mean, he plays as a holding midfielder, so you don't expect him to get forward. He's not going to go and score your goals, maybe a couple of assists, but it really is, I guess, holding in more behind that back four, or back three, whatever you want to play, just so he can go and, I guess, be that link man between the midfield and the defence. So, but yeah, it was just, I saw it and I thought that it must be a mistake. I thought it was someone else or there was a spelling mistake, but yeah, it was quite crazy. Like, oh, it's a bad pass. I saw it and I was just like, wow, really? Ooh, Gabby with a long shot. Where's Timmy Howard? I only just noticed Tim Howard's not playing. I've got some other guy. Surely he hasn't left. Oh, unlucky Lescott. Unlucky. Comes on, he's on as a sub. He's actually the captain today as well because no one else really captain material. I'm not even too sure who my vice captain is. Mika Richards, definitely captain. Vice captain, don't think I could tell you. You could maybe give it to Guzan, I guess. He's been around the Villa environment for a wee while now. Yes, we've got an easier game coming up. Game against Watford. Damn it. I need to stop trying to score these bloody long range shots and try and get into the box and get a nice finish off. Otherwise, it's going to be 6, I'd say, without a win. Which is it's not good. I mean, as I said, we started off the season with a hiss and a roar. I think we're still in second place. Like, we still picked up 24 points in 12 games, which is pretty good, an average of 2. But yeah, to be losing 3 in a row and still being up there is good, and free kicks are overpowered in this game, and that has just been pointed out by Leighton Baines, who's just scored an absolute ripper. God damn it. Down 1-0. Staring down, possibly, as I said, a 5th game in a row without a win. Not sure who that pass was for. I was supposed to actually take it out onto the wings. But, whew. What is this? What has happened to this Villa side? We were so rejuvenated and so up for the challenge at the start of the season, and now we've just plateaued. I mean, it's not even really at the wrong time, because we're basically only a third of the way through the season, if my maths are correct. We just can't seem to get anything going. I mean, yes, we are playing... I wouldn't say we're playing a second-string side today. We're playing a few subs, but the quality's still there. I mean, a Bongalow's still there. We've still got a solid back line. It's only the 2 centre-backs that have changed, and with that change, you know, Akor's playing and Lescott's playing, so you haven't really lost anything. No Scott Sinclair, no Jack Grealish. But again, I mean, Scotty Sinclair, quite a vital part, I guess, of this side, as is Grealish. So maybe, yeah, missing them a little bit too much, which is a bit of a concern. But as I said, the centre mids are still there. Vertort's still there, and he almost buries that one in at the near post. Keeper got down, though, and not looking good. Everton have had like 1 chance and they've gone and capitalised on it. See, that's the difference. And I think at the moment, I'm in this mentality that because I have lost, you know, like I haven't won 4 in a row, 5 in a row, whatever it is, that I've just forgotten how to score. I mean, it's even the same like on my Phoenix career mode. Like in there, because I haven't been scoring a whole lot of goals. Saying that though, I did score 4, I think, last night in a game, 4-1. But I've just like forgotten how to score, forgotten how to find the back of the net. And that is what happens sometimes. You don't score for a couple of weeks. I mean, it happens to players. And you just lose, I guess, your confidence, lose your momentum, and you've got to go back to square one. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to head back to square one and find out what is the problem with this Villa side, look at making some changes, and hopefully we can regain that early season form. But anyway, guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links to that can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Don Bradman, My Career Reborn. Make sure you do not miss that.